Oh, baby. You can feel it in the air.
Rain?
Yeah, rain, a little moisture in the air, cool weather. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Presented as always by Fubo TV. Get it. Flip the middle finger to Comcast. Take back Denver. All of those different things.
Let's go.
Guys, chomping at the bit. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm sure the nerves will arrive, but right now I don't feel nerves. I feel like I want to run through a wall.
Do you care that it's supposed to be champing at the bit? Do you care?
It actually could be either. Like you have taught me, hypercorrect.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole episode of Billions that is centered around this very
Let's go.
debate. Guys, we have a great show for you. We're going to talk about Mark Jackson hates Nikola Jokic or apologizes. We're going to get through all of that. You guys didn't hear? It's going to be great. We're going to talk about the keys to the game, and of course, we're going to make a little money along the way. And I got the squad with me tonight. Dev, Footprint Arena. He's in Phoenix. I got Brennan Vogt in the house.
Well, the night's off to a good start, boys. The night's off to a good
No, they
start.
just
Well-
retook the lead as you said that. On a Jason Tatum slam.
I'm fine with them winning it. That box
Celtics
score-
win, Tatum plays bad.
Oh,
Is that good for you?
That actually is great for
It's
me
actually
tonight.
great?
It's actually what I'm rooting for, I think.
All right, there you go.
What a treat, though. And I'm happy to be here for the real main course with you guys.
Oh, baby. And then over here, wearing a jacket today, mixing it up. It's D-Line Co.
Yeah, guys, I like to do things differently by doing them the same.
The exact same
Every
way.
single day. Let's go.
You did wear black, though, for a funeral? He didn't say. He's not saying. And then over there, joining us in studio, my God,
man.
how we missed you, Harrison Wynn.
I'm either going to be great luck or terrible
Oh,
luck.
that's so true, actually.
I have a lot riding on this game, just me personally.
Like money
and my future
or?
on this show.
Oh,
Forget the keys to the game. We got Harrison
yeah,
here.
it could be to be decided tonight.
Nuggets in Phoenix with a chance to close them out.
Let's go.
Send them home. Big opportunity tonight. Harrison, what can you tell me about the game notes?
Well, let's go over some injury updates and get to the starting lineups here. Jamal Murray popped up on the injury report with a non-COVID illness after shoot-around this morning.
non-COVID.
I reported there's been a bug going through the team. Michael Malone could barely talk after last game. Guys have been feeling sick. He is playing and in the starting lineup tonight, so he's going to gut it out. He is playing. That's the only injury for Denver.
I love it, man. Also, not surprised.
Yeah.
I will tell you, a little report from courtside does not mean anything, but Dev did say he went
Means
through
everything.
his warm-up, and he said, Murray is locked the F in. Expect a big night tonight.
Lock the fun in.
Lock the fun in,
Lock
baby.
the
Freshness.
flurry in.
The flurry.
Lock the flurry in.
Yeah.
Go. Lock it in.
For the Suns, they have some injury concerns and some guys out tonight. DeAndre Ayton, rib contusion, is out tonight. He was ruled out this afternoon, so not even really close to playing, it seems like. I'm guessing he'd be out for Game 7.
Man.
Man, everybody was questioning his heart, but it turns out it was his ribs.
Yeah. Close, but confusing that way.
Guys, I read one
Damn.
Paul Millsap Instagram
You are-
post, and I've
yeah.
gone so dead all
You
day
are
today.
chopping at the bit today.
How long ago did you read that post, by the way?
This morning, I woke up with it. Couldn't stop making dad
Like you
jokes.
probably read it 5 years ago.
And we have a brand new starting lineup that Monty Williams and the Suns are debuting tonight. Jock Landau is in the starting lineup at center in place of DeAndre Ayton. But there's another change. There's one more change. Josh Okogie is not starting.
What?
In his place, Landry Shamet.
I think, number one, I think it's not a bad move. I think it's a good move. They're going... Stop, dude. Stop. I can't take
Sorry,
it.
go ahead.
I think it could be a good move. The one thing I will say is, do you know what it means? They just threw their hands up and said, no chance of stopping Denver.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yep.
They're starting Jock Landale, Landry Shamet, alongside their offensive-minded stars. They are punting on defense tonight and just saying, I hope they miss shots.
Yep. That is the injury report. I saw this from Dev on Twitter. Stan Kroenke, Josh Kroenke, making an appearance in Phoenix tonight. They were courtside ahead of Game 6. To be determined
Sticky
if they're
fingers.
sitting courtside
God,
or
I
up in
hope
a
they are.
suite. I think probably the latter. But they're in the house. I didn't see them in Phoenix when I was there for Games 3 and 4. But, closeout game, the owner comes out.
All right, so here's the thing. Ishbia really did piss me off, like in a good way. I have nothing, just kind of like, oh man, this MFer. Yoke handing him the balls, like, yeah, I own him, whatever.
Right.
Do you guys?
No.
Because
Nope.
you don't have the Kroenke, like,
Nope.
come on, Kroenke.
No.
There's no pro Kroenke feeling that you get just of like, hey, show Ishbia, man.
No.
Yeah, you don't get like
Right.
let's have a billionaire fight. Like that's
It's our billionaire. Yeah.
I do think he walked into that arena being like, all right, Ishbia, like, let me show you how an owner who has been there before is actually supposed to act.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
I'm going to sit up in my suite and not even be seen.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you're supposed to act.
Yeah, we were joking. It's like, oh, bro, dude, I remember my first little franchise.
Yeah.
So adorable.
Such a child.
You'd show up for all the games. Adorable.
Show up for all
Justin
games.
says they saw the Christian Brown interview. And they wanted to talk to him face to face.
Listen,
or collect.
couple of notes.
Like, that credit card transfer didn't go through, Christian.
I can't believe. So if you didn't know, Christian Brown went on a Jayhawks podcast and said that he got fined $15,000.
This is
for
absurd.
parking at Mr. Kroenke. He says Mr. Kroenke. He doesn't even say Stan for parking in Mr. Kroenke's parking space. And then I couldn't believe the story. I thought it was a joke when he's like, but I got it lowered to $2,500. Stan Kroenke, honest to God, was not going to be like, it's okay, kid.
Dude,
You're new here. He's like, no, man, you got to learn a
If
lesson.
they're finding players like this, how do they still not have a practice facility?
Bro, that's
Like, you could get up to $1 million pretty quickly with petty fines like
swear
this.
jar.
Of all the Kroenke stories I've ever heard in my life, to me, that's the craziest one.
Dude,
He
I mean, no
fined-
wonder he's rich, man.
He
Like,
fined his own rookie.
guy knows what he's doing.
That is wild.
He lowered it, though. I just imagine being in the meeting
had
with
to
him,
get
and he's like,
something out
look,
of him.
man, 2,500
This
is
is
the lowest
like-
I can go for you. That's the lowest I can do.
This is also like you look at who we're talking about. Just the money is so out of control in the NBA. Where it's like if you touch a ball, you lose $75,000. If you park somewhere, you lose $15,000. Like I just used a coupon for lunch.
But I
much did you
think
get
Christian said this happened right when he got drafted or something.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, before he had
I
ever
don't
gotten his
even
first
think
check.
he was getting the
He had
paychecks
to borrow
yet.
money from mom. What happened? I parked at Mr. Kroenke's
Lisa,
spot.
I need $2,500. I need 2.5K.
I like to think that they saw that interview and they're like, we never approved the down to 2,500.
That's so true.
Yeah,
Just a
we sent
retroactive-
that to collections.
The administrative person got fined for lowering the fine.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Too good.
That's all I got from game notes.
All right. Big game tonight, man. It's a really big game. I mean, they have an opportunity to close out. I don't think it's a must-win, but as much as we feel like Denver's the better team, Game 7's anything can happen.
Of course.
And lastly, to me, what's important about this game is they won a game in Minnesota. They kind of eked one out, and they almost eked another one out. Winning on the road's important. Closing a team out, to me, would just be another... We talked about what boxes are not checked yet for the Denver Nuggets in this playoffs. Winning a big game on the road, not just a little, we're up 2-1, and now we need to get this one. Otherwise, that's not that much pressure. Close a team out, to me, would show me something that they're ready to go another level up in the next round. Do you agree?
Totally. We've seen kind of stages of maturation here. Actually, even going back, it's they beat Portland in 6 finally. Now you get it down to 5 with Minnesota, and the Suns team, which is no joke. I actually think it does show something of whatever it was about us in the past that allowed us and allowed these series to get to 7. We've shed that skin. We know what it means to get this win, and to send a message a little bit too, right? Like at one point, obviously you just want to win, but at one point you do want teams around the league to fear you and respect you. And I think one of the ways you do it is
Devin Booker on
you just
screen.
put him away right here in Phoenix. Like you have a chance to send a message to not just the Suns, but whoever your next opponent is tonight.
Yeah. We're going to do keyword now. Just one word
Keyword.
that you feel is a keyword for tonight's game. We all gave one. Let's start with D-line.
Okay, let's start with D-line, shall we?
D-line, what's your keyword?
Pressure.
Ooh.
The Suns are feeling it. The Nuggets should apply it. We have
Love it.
a lesser version of the Phoenix Suns on the floor. They are feeling the pressure like they've not before. This is, by the letter of the law, a must-win game for them. If they don't win, there are dire consequences. The Nuggets need to get out. They need to run. They need to not take their foot off the gas. They need to make sure that Phoenix feels all of the minutes that their big stars have been logging, and they just need to really take it to the Phoenix Suns.
Also, making shots on the road is a pressure thing for role players. Why role players, shoot better at home. Tonight, man, I want to see one of these role players handle the pressure. One of the better storylines would be a Michael Porter, an Aaron Gordon, a KCP, a Bruce.
Yes.
One of these guys getting hot and it being like, what? Christian Brown has 11 points in a row?
Yes.
Like, that would be an incredible storyline for tonight's game. All right, Wind, I like pressure. I think that's a good word.
Okay,
What do you
thanks,
guys?
My keyword is actually 3 letters that make up a word. It's MVP.
Oh,
That's my keyword tonight.
MVP.
I talked about this on the last show we did, but just watching Nikola Jokic play in person right now, he is at a different level than I've ever seen him play at. Just the power and the force and the ferocity that he plays with right now, the control of the game that he has is unlike anything I've ever seen from him. And he had this look in his eye that Game 5 in Denver a couple days ago of like, we're just going to win this game. And I wonder if we see that look tonight and just that power and strength and just total command of the game tonight, because if he really wants to win this game, I think he can lead the Nuggets to a win tonight, like almost single-handedly. He'll need help, but if he has a A+ level game tonight, I think the Nuggets win.
I think it's Yoke's game tonight. I mean, other guys need to step up in quarters 1 through 3, and in the fourth quarter, to me, don't force anything. But look, you're on the road, man. This is how you close out, as you step up and make big-time shots, calm your team down, repeatedly calm them down. And I'm with you, man. To me, he's the most important player for the Nuggets in tonight's game, and that sounds obvious, but it's more true tonight than in most games.
DeAndre Ayton's out tonight. Jock Landale's played well this series, but he's played well in limited minutes, which is a lot different than playing well and playing 30 minutes a game. Nikola Jokic has to bury him tonight, and I think he will.
I think they're going to double team tonight. I really do. I think they're going to have a different matchup strategy for Jokic, double team him more than before, and I think that he's going to have to obviously distribute, but if guys aren't making shots, you got to score on double teams, and Jokic can. So tonight might be a night where it's like third quarter, team went a little bit cold, even though you're getting open shots. Go through both. Go through Jock Landale and KD. Get a bucket that way. All right, what do you got for us?
I got merciless. Do we got it there,
Ooh,
Kale?
I thought we were gonna have the same words.
And it was what we were talking about, right before we gave our words there. You just got a chance to show that it's different, to send a message. Yeah, you can probably win in Denver. Yeah, your role players will probably play better in Denver. Why wait? Why give them a chance to find out? Why give them any hope? And, why give the rest of the conference hope? Be merciless. Go out there in the first quarter, play like it's Game 7, fourth quarter.
Do I get any credit for my word having a double meaning or no?
Yeah, sure.
Which was your word again? Pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
Apply it, feel it, double meaning.
good. I liked yours. I thought it was good.
It was
But
really
be
good.
merciless, man. Take it from
Good
me.
job,
Take
Eric.
it.
I do think there'll be a little mercilessness needed tonight. I mean, I've always said the Nuggets being ahead is like, if the Nuggets can play from ahead, especially tonight, when it's like no longer just, oh no, do I make the shot, Landry Shamet as a role player, but instead the whole season's on the line and I got to get hot now. That's great pressure. Be a little merciless. I like it. Mine's a little more boring, guys. Mine
boy.
is shot selection.
That's not even a word. That's 2 words.
Nerd.
You came up with
Nerd
this
alert.
idea, dude. Let's just make it analytics, a calculator.
Graphs.
But please, go on. No, please. We want to hear from you.
By all means. It's your
Shot
time.
selection. It's shot selection. It's the key to the series. What did Michael Malone tell us last game? He said the key to this series is limiting transition. Well, guys, I went to the tape. The Nuggets are not turning it over. They've had a great turnover rate. They've been really solid. Even getting the difference is when they take bad shots that are out of the rhythm of their offense, it's a fast break every single time. So tonight, Jamal Murray flu game, coming in a little under the weather, close out. There's always some players that are champing at the bit
Nice.
There you go.
to be a
That
star.
should have been your keyword.
There you go,
Champing.
champing at the bit. and
Champing.
maybe-
Oh, dude, I'm ready for the Nuggets to go champing this year.
But the
I'm
thing
ready for them
is,
to go chomping.
you want to be aggressive, but just don't take bad shots, and you are going to win this game. You're going to work the ball around, be smart, do all the things that you do, and you will win this game. They can't beat you in the half court.
Right.
They cannot beat you in the half court. They have to get 15 to 25 transition points a game. And if you just don't give him that opportunity, no way you lose tonight. Shot selection is my keyword. Guys,
The section literally called one word. Just
you could put a hyphen in shot selection. You could put a hyphen in there. He elected not to.
Chat's not standing for it.
The segment was keyword, not or one word, not one words.
Yours was MVP.
That's a word.
That's not a word.
That is a word. That's a word. That's a word.
Unbelievable.
It's an acronym.
Unbelievable.
Turned into a word.
If I put that in an article, it's not like that's in there.
We
That's
gotta
one
move on,
word.
'cause
That's
this-
in the word count.
This next section is too good. Guys, we found out who the mystery voter is that left Jokic
Oh, my
completely
God.
off his ballot, and it's none other than Mark Jackson.
Oh.
Am I surprised? Not at all. But then Mark Jackson hops on Sirius XM radio with Noah Kozlov, and he explains, you guys, I just forgot.
Silly me. Just a slip of the mind.
He said, I thought it was all NBA. I was doing the position thing.
Oh, of course.
Now, he also has all NBA, different all NBA.
That's
so
correct
very
also.
curious, very curious. But then he had something here, guys, in his commentary. First of all, it didn't matter. It wouldn't have made a difference in the ranking. It's just like this one thing. But then he had this line that makes me, because I was ready to be like, F him, there's no apology, unaccepted. But in his apology, he said, Jokic is not just an incredible player. He's a top 10 center all time. And I'm thinking, man.
More slander.
No, well, yes, maybe. But you sit there and go, that's actually a kind of a hot take coming from him. Because the center position is the one position that has the most legends when you go through history. I mean, if you just start off the top and you go Shaq, Kareem, Russell, Wilt, Tim Duncan will count as a center because he played most of there as a center. You got Bill Walton in there.
All right, we're already there.
No, you got Duncan Duncan, and you have Keem. There are a lot, Ewing and all this different stuff.
Sure.
So for an old timer to say top 10 means he is putting out somebody that is considered, religious. Like, hey, we can't do this. We can't take him out. So I don't want to forgive him, but I do appreciate that he threw that one in there in his
He
defense.
definitely would take that back if he could. He was definitely not thinking when he said top 10 center because there's no way he actually thinks that.
You think?
No.
Why
man.
not? Accolades, he's there. Like Ewing? Come on, man. Ewing?
Are you convincing us?
I mean, Mark Jackson was Patrick Ewing's teammate, I think.
That's right. You're right.
Well, he
That's
might have been.
actually a great
Actually,
point.
I don't know for sure. He might
The
have
thing
been.
about his apology is that if you take it at face value, if I believe every word he said, he has no idea how this process works.
Man, that's actually an explanation. That's
This
one
is-
explanation.
I have never voted for one of these awards. It cannot be that confusing.
That's
I know.
my
It
point.
cannot be so
That's my
confusing
point.
where you think you're voting for all NBA when you're actually voting for MVP.
Dude, this is like a real-
There's no way that is that confusing on the ballot. I'm sorry.
It's like a real hanging Chad situation.
There's no way it's that hard.
One way or another, he
Butterfly
should lose his
ballot.
vote.
But the other thing
It's
is,
actually
That's all I'm-
there's no. You're right. Actually,
Sheer
the real
incompetence.
fallout should be. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, Mark, but no matter what, if it's
Either you have terrible
Takes.
takes or you are unable to navigate life. So in either
Right,
way,
right.
we can't have you representing the NBA. I do apologize.
but I think he's definitely capping on this apology, though.
yeah.
This was my All NBA team. Well, that would have made sense if that's who you voted as
Right.
your All NBA team. Did you see actually who he voted for All NBA?
What was it?
Giannis, Embiid, Tatum. Oh, 1, 2, 3 on his MVP ballot.
Yeah.
He also voted Jaylen Brown, All NBA first team.
Well, I mean, the Celtics were the 2 seed. You got to get 2 guys on that roster.
And he also voted SGA, who was also on his MVP ballot. So that argument for Mark Jackson holds up until you get to the Jaylen Brown inclusion on All NBA first team. So I'm calling cap on this.
I mean, I think he's definitely like. I think he's like, am I the only one? What?
Yeah.
Come on, I'm the only one.
He
here?
was like, oh, nobody's gonna think this is the big deal. People are gonna leave him off
He's
the
like,
ballot.
Then Yoke had 50. I do love that they're interviewing him right now when Yoke's averaging a monster triple-double while outscoring everyone, rebounding and assisting everyone.
Yeah, he's like,
"Ah."
wait, I thought this is what we were supposed to do at ESPN.
Right.
Like-
You guys didn't see the perk segment? We weren't running with that?
Anyway, sorry. Our official decision, you guys. We have to take a vote. Forgiven or unforgiven?
Oh, are we doing a?
Oh, yeah, ready?
Unforgiven. Unforgiven.
Nay.
Oh!
Unforgiven.
You forgiven?
I forgive him. I forgive him. I'll tell you why. Because he is being publicly shamed for this. Good. And he said sorry. And at a certain point, like, it would be different if he. I would have suspected he would just be like, listen, man, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like,
I would have more respect for him if he came out and said, yeah, I left him off the ballot on purpose.
Me too. Yeah. But then I wouldn't forgive him. This, I'm like, all right, he's an idiot. That's fine.
Everyone's
If he,
at the
has,
club.
if he has a bad game tonight, Mark Jackson is definitely going to be like, I told you guys.
yeah.
He's the 11th best center of all time, actually.
11th best. I don't forgive him either. I'm out of here. I just don't buy it.
But my overall takeaway, it cannot be that hard to submit an MVP ballot and an end of season awards ballot through McKinsey and whatever freaking law firm
I mean,
they do.
and also, if Nikola Jokic lost the MVP by one vote,
That would have been amazing.
I would never forgive him for the rest of my entire life. But in the end, it's
didn't matter.
inconsequential, and it's more impactful that he then now has to stand alone and explain why he was such a stupid action.
You're actually right about that. This is a good take, D-Line.
Thanks,
I
man.
will say, though, he is calling the finals.
Yeah.
And I think maybe the conference
And maybe
finals.
some of the conference finals, so this won't be the end of Mark Jackson. We're going to be combing through everything he says now. I knew he was a
man.
hater. I knew it. All right.
Looking for dog whistles.
Everybody, open up DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. And let's bet together.
Let's do it, shall we? I guess tonight playing the role of D-line. Boo. Boo. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bets I feel pretty good
baby.
about.
Really?
Yeah. I feel good about, first and foremost, I feel good about one, and I don't know how Vote feels on this. I feel good about Michael Porter Jr.
Yes.
I love where he is. I love where in the
The
interview.
crowd at the DNVR bar just rooting for the
Yeah,
Celtics.
yeah, yeah.
No, they're not. They're rooting against the 76ers.
That's right.
I like his threes tonight. I like where he's going. The man's on a roll. I think you got to stick with it. Over 2.5 threes. That feels like free money from Michael Porter Jr. I also like, as far as threes are concerned, I like Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon, you just need to get one. He's been shooting them every single game. At a certain point, he's going to be left alone in the corner. This happens over and over and over.
Him making a 3 tonight would be so big. Role players making threes. I like it.
We just need one.
And Aaron Gordon closeout game would be dope.
And then we need, as everybody suspects, I happen to agree with this, with DeAndre Ayton being out, they're going to have to double Nikola Jokic. They're going to have to double him.
Yes.
So I'm going to go Nikola Jokic over 9.5 assists.
Bro, this might be my lock.
Yeah.
You can buy up his assists to 13 at plus 380.
Yes.
I think it's worth the crazy. I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm buying it up.
This is a series where Jokic had a 14 assist game, or was it 17? 17 assist game. This is going to come down to people hitting shots.
Right,
Hopefully it doesn't come down to Nikola Jokic having to go to Euroball, but that should be a sure thing. And another thing that I like, this is betting, so I don't know if I would bet on this, but I'm saying bet on this. I like Jamal Murray's points tonight. I like the flu game. I like Jamal Murray when there's something stacked against him.
The media.
Physically. The media, yeah, right. Brendan Vogt. People that just
Tough
don't believe
questions in the post
Now,
game.
you can get positive money if you buy this up to 25.
Yeah, 23.5.
Do you like 25?
Not that much. But
Really?
I think that we are, I see. I honestly see like 23,
You
24.
saw who they're starting tonight, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's just that how much is he
All right.
encumbered
How many
by this?
Shamit smirks tonight?
Oh, my God.
I'm buying it up to 25, but I agree with you. It's more prudent at 23.
Yes. And the lock. Lock of the game. Lock of the universe. Nikola Jokic, over 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The Suns are already incapable of guarding Nikola Jokic in any meaningful way, and they have even less to guard him with tonight. It's going to be an absolute Jokic masterclass this night.
I was just looking at the Suns starting lineup again. The Nuggets have to win this game tonight.
They have to.
They have to.
This needs to be a W tonight.
Yes.
Booker, Shamet, campaign.
I'm sorry,
guys. That's
they
not a
need
defensive
to
1,
win
2,
this
3
game tonight.
Yeah, that's a defensive minus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's what I got.
This guy.
What about KCP threes tonight?
I looked at that long and hard, but this is the role players on the road conundrum.
What about the veterans though in big games?
He's proven himself to be more role player than veteran this
think?
series to this point. As far as his shot is concerned,
On the road?
yes. I like it as a like from a narrative standpoint, but I don't love my cold hard units going necessarily towards KCP.
What about this thought? He will be guarding Devin Booker, but on switches, maybe it's a little easier.
I mean, I
All
can listen.
right.
The argument is there for basically every Nugget to have a good game, but the argument against
Actually, you know who's going to be open tonight? One
Jeff
of these
Green.
dudes is going to be guarding Michael
Oh,
Porter
God.
Jr. One of Landry Shamet, Devin Booker, a campaign is
Yeah.
matched up with Michael Porter Jr. You know
why
what
I
that
got his
means?
threes.
You know what that means? Rebounds.
Yep.
First
Yep.
of all, he is a beast compared to these little tiny guys. What's Michael Porter rebound? 6.5. I
Yeah,
got to go
take
to
that.
all
He's got-
rebounds. I
he's
might go
gotten
to
8.
Yeah,
I think
that's probably a
10.
lock.
10 is 320. Man, I'm going to get lured into that as well.
You go crazy. Just put it in a parlay, bro.
All right, let's go to a same game parlay. Who wants to build it?
I mean, I can build it also.
All right,
I'm
build it
ready to
again
go.
for
I'm
us.
logged in. I'm ready to go. Let's start right there. Let's start with Michael Porter Jr. rebounds. Let's start with
We might need an MPJ parlay. That could be a
over.
fun
I'm
one.
gonna start over 6.5.
Okay, start small.
Start small. That's where the line is. That's what I like.
What about Michael Porter threes? They got these little
Yes,
shrimps on them.
Threes. Now let's go. Michael Porter
Little
threes.
They
Let's
got Waluigi
take
on them.
3. 3?
3+. Yeah, 3+.
All right. And then we think yoke. I mean, you like the yoke.
Yeah, I like. Well,
What if
first
we
off,
did a yoke triple-double?
we could.
It's at plus value, so they think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think it's going to happen?
No, it's at minus value, minus 120 for
That's
Jokic
crazy.
triple double. That is
in a put out in a put away game.
remarkable. There's has the most a center has ever had with 10 apparently, and this one is so. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Right?
Jokic triple-double. I mean, this one's This one's like a long shot, right? This is more of a long shot triple-double than anything. But you know what? F it. Why not?
And then
That gets our value all the way up to plus 350.
Right, and then either Jokic. Let's just go Jokic points, rebounds, and assists. We could just do rebounds because he's going to get 1 million or assists, but we might as well just combine it here.
I like this pre-made same game parlay on DraftKings. It's called
Which?
Pushed into Vacation. It's
I
all
like that.
it's all Nuggets props.
So we'll take 50
just like the
plus
name of
points, rebounds, and assists. That gets us to plus 400. That's a tasty, tasty morsel.
I like it. All right, we got a couple super chats that came in pregame, man. People are feeling it.
Logan Forsyth, the narrative, Game 6 Porter is about to be a thing. I'm here for it.
Are you here for that?
I'm here for it. Game 6 Porter in Portland? Let's run it back. Steve, Mark Jackson should have as many MVP votes as Tatum did buckets in the first half. How many would that be? Vote. Glad you asked, Steve. 0.
I'm so happy though that it's at least he's, whether it was or not, that he's saying it was a mistake.
No, me too. It's people,
Makes
I
you
don't
feel much
actually
better
care.
that I
Jokic
don't have to
wouldn't
have a
won either
lifelong
way.
villain to fight against.
Walter Worthy thinks Sunday brunch at Applebee's is Bermuda shorts, black socks, and sandals. Yeah, Mark Jackson's that casual. That's good. And then David East, out in the East. The Mark Jackson segment might be the most hilarious moment in DNVR Nuggets history.
Unforgiven,
Yeah, that was a fun
baby.
one.
Guys, the bar has incredible
circle
vibes
back to
tonight.
that post game, by the way.
Incredible vibes here at the bar. People are feeling it. They can taste it. It's in the air. We're gonna log off for 5-ish minutes. This game has to end here. This Philly-Boston game, but we're gonna be back with the watch along. You're not gonna want to miss it.
There's 2 minutes left, which means 40 minutes real time.
Hit the like button on the way out.
Let's go.
Go Nuts!